You're listening to a production of SportsLink Digital Radio.
It's a cold, blistery Saturday senior day here for the Ball State Cardinals at the Ball State softball field. I'm your host, Sam Klug, alongside Dylan Budd for a double-header senior day today. Dylan, how you feeling about this day, and what are you most looking forward to in a Saturday matchup?
This softball season is almost over, Sam. It's going to conclude on May 7th when playoffs begin down in Ohio. So there's a lot of really pivotal games left for both of these teams. Ball State at the 3 spot trying to get their seed a little bit higher, and Buffalo from the outside looking in. They're at the 8 seed. Want to get in that 6 spot. We'll have to fight Toledo, Northern Illinois, and Akron for that final spot in the MAC tournament. But they're on a 2-game winning streak, so hoping to ride that momentum here in Muncie, where currently they're 3-11 on the road, trying to change.
That's right. This cold weather, obviously it actually is very familiar, I should say, for Buffalo coming from the Northeast United States. But I want to talk about another subject we have today. It is Ball State Senior Day. They have a good amount of seniors on their roster. What do you think this means to this program, who's having a very good year? As you said, they sit 3rd in the MAC standings.
So there are 4 seniors on this roster. All 4 of them are starters today. Michaela Timmons, the standout catcher. She's been such an impact for her entire time here, the redshirt senior. Kara Gunter in left field. She's at the 3-hole today. She's really shown in the last few games that she's such a great power hitter. Caitlin Gibson, this is her first year as an established starter. She stands over the first base bag and has done a nice job there, defensively especially. And Maddie Weaver will get the start in right, donning number 14. She's done a nice job in her own right. All of these players have had really valuable impacts to the program, but one of the things that Coach Helen Pena has done so well in her 2 years here is create a program that has so much depth on their roster. If one person goes down, and we've seen a few injuries throughout the year, we will see 2 people ready to step up and get that position. Right now, Haley Urban, as we'll talk about later, is not playing today, but Ashley Lovett will take the spot in center.
That's right, and as we get set here, we have the coaches meeting going on right now, right behind home plate. And although the weather is not the prettiest, we have a decent crowd on hand. Ball State in strong support. Also, a lot of Buffalo families look like they made the trip down from New York. Let's go over some lineups really quick, though. We're going to start with the visitor, the Buffalo Bulls, sitting at 14-28 in overall, 7-12 in the MAC. Leading off will be Emily Gordman, then Reagan Terwilliger. We have Abby Nagel, Isabella Smithson, Lily Luck, Evelyn Van Heist, Arden Hopf, Ava Thielen, and Miranda Zip. What stands out to you about this lineup today for the Bulls?
The starting 9 isn't that much of a shock to me. What shocks me the most is Genevieve Longsdorf, the number 2 pitcher, is going to get the start for Game 1 between the Cardinals and the Bulls. I would have really expected Olivia Russ to be the person that gets the start and gets the nod for Game 1, but we might see her in relief, maybe see her in Game 2. But Longsdorf has a 5.9 ERA, 3-10 on the year, in 85 innings pitched, trying to turn some things around.
That's right. And quickly for the Cardinals, we have Maya Peterzak, Michaela Timmons, Kara Gunter, Ella Whitney, Michaela Mulholland, Caitlin Gibson, Maddie Weaver, Katie Vandermark, and Ashley Lovett. Again, what stands out to the 9 the Cardinals are putting out on the field today?
I'm going to go out and say the pitcher again. Ella Whitney might be in the same situation that Olivia Russ is in, potentially showing up in Game 2 or in relief. But Bree Severino has done a really great job at coming in as a freshman and already having such a great impact. She'll get the nod, and it shows that the Cardinals have a lot of trust in her. What I see is, with a team that's already clinched playoffs, you need your best arm on the mound, or in the circle, excuse me, as much as possible, and that person is Ella Whitney. It could be a rest day for her and get her arm ready for playoff time.
That's right, and another note here, Haley Urban usually plays in center field. She is not in the lineup today, but we will see if they play her Game 2. Again, folks, we have a doubleheader here today at the Ball State softball field on the campus of Ball State University. Looks like we got some senior day pregame activities going on, maybe some festivities and ceremonies, but we're going to take a quick break now. When we return, we will most likely have the beginning and first pitch of the game. You're listening to SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
For the best stories, access, and coverage of Ball State sports, follow SportsLink on social media platforms Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat. Search @BSU SportsLink.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Your home for live Ball State sports, streaming right in your timeline.
This is SportsLink Digital.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, Papergo toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
SportsLink is the official production partner of Ball State Athletics.
All the chirp you can handle.
Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundering, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday. Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundering, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesweets.hamptonin.com. At munciesweets.hamptonin.com.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, Papergo toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
From the bell tower to your smartphone, anywhere in the world.
Never miss Ball State sports with SportsLink Digital.
Welcome back to the Ball State softball field. We just completed our ceremonial first pitch from the seniors, from their parents to the seniors. It was a cool moment, but now we're gonna start with some impact players of the game. Before we get started, I'm gonna hand it over to Dylan for those duties.
So we're gonna look at our visiting Buffalo Bulls first. I have Reagan Terwilliger. She gets the start today in center field. She's at the 2 spot today in the batting lineup, and she's someone that's really brings a lot of speed to this team. She has an entire element. 17 of 18 bags swiped, 94 stolen base percentage is incredible, but one of the negatives that she has is that she leads the team in strikeouts by a wide margin, 31 1 Ks on the year. So turning over to Ball State, my impact player is Bree Severino. She's done a really great job of playing cat and mouse with her opponents. 46 strikeouts on the year on a team that is 2nd overall in strikeouts in the conference. It's going to be seeing if Severino can get the chase today.
Yes, Severino now as the Cardinals take the field, the warm-up, like you said, freshman coming in. Now she's the number 2 on the team, right behind Ella Whitney, one of the standouts in this freshman class that Helen Pena has brought in for the Cardinals this year.
Certainly. What we're seeing right now with warm-ups, though, it seems like Ella Whitney is the one in the circle. So we made a little bit of a mistake saying Severino was the starter today. No, because Whitney is labeled as the designated player, we made a mistake on the lineup. So we ask for your forgiveness in this process, but looks like Ella Whitney will be the starter for game 1 as we expected coming into today. She's been a standout pitcher in the MAC, boasting of 2.8 ERA, 16 complete games in 133 innings. Not only has she been good, she's been durable and efficient. Opponent batting average of 232, and she also can get it done on the bats, averaging 350 with an OPS of 1.033. 44 RBIs on the year and batting cleanup today. She's a true definition of a two-way player, Sam.
That's right. Whitney, the transfer from FIU, was 2nd team All-Conference USA and was on the freshman team her first year. Sorry for that mistake, but now, of course, it's game 1. We expected Whitney. We were surprised when we assumed Severino was going to be in the circle, but it is Whitney, number 11, steps in, and we're about to get underway. Gorman at the dish, the pitch is underway. First pitch, strike down the middle. We get underway 0-1. Sun starts to come out. Wind blowing in, maybe not gonna see as many home runs. Whitney checks her wristband, sets. Pitch number 2, caught the outside corner. 0-2 count to Emily Gorman. Emily Gorman comes in on the day hitting .432, another standout freshman like we were talking about, but this side on the other side for the Buffalo Bulls. The 0-2. When he deals, slapped foul. First base coach with a little help for Caitlin Gibson. 0-2 count remains the same.
Gorman averages a .432, like you said, and out of all players in the MAC, based on batting average, she is 2nd, only losing the top spot to Michaela Timmons.
0-2. Outside corner, just missed. 1-2 count, Gorman stays alive.
So 2 of the best hitters in the MAC standing 2 feet away from each other. But Sam, out of the top 50 players in the MAC based on batting average, 10 of them are either a Cardinal or a Bull.
1-2 slap right back at Whitney, and she makes the grab. 1 away. Some quick reflexes from the Ball State starter.
That's what we call PFP, and pitcher fielding practice. Line out right to Whitney, probably came at her at 50 miles an hour, but able to bring that glove right up quick. Reflexes from the redshirt junior, and a great showing from Whitney to get this contest going.
Now Reagan Terwilliger, the center fielder at the dish, pitch number 1. Swing and a miss. Tried to get a little run up on it. Not going to be there in time.
We talked about the speed of Reagan Terwilliger, and with that, she brings the potential to do a slap hit. We see a little bit of a shift here. 3 people to the left side. Weaver comes in at where the second baseman would be, and Mulholland shifts to the left side of our viewpoint.
Ball out, 1-1 count. No right fielder right now. A matter of fact, the center fielder, who is Ashley Lovett, is actually shifted left of the Cardinal logo in center field. So there's no one on, I'd say, 60% of the field right now in right field. The third pitch, outside, 2-1 count to Reagan Terwilliger.
And this is the first time we've seen a big, odd shift from these Ball State Cardinals. We know in baseball and pro baseball, the shift has been banned, but even this would be considered strange.
The 2-1. Whitney delivers high. Check from the umpire. No swing. A little discontentment from the fans, so we have a 3-1 count. 3-1 count. Some of the fans, and it looks like the umpires may be confused.
There's
we have some discussion going on.
A little hesitancy from that umpire down the first base line, Tim Peterson, on whether or not Terwilliger swung or not. But 3-1 count.
Whitney delivers from the circle, and it's a strike, catches the outside corner. We have a full count, the first of the day.
Good job for Whitney to work her way back in there, get a strike on the outside corner. Good enough to stay in the zone, but also good enough to provoke the chase.
That's right, started with a strike, then 3 straight balls. Trying to capitalize on her second out of the inning. Slapped, but that ball is foul. Will be the 7th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Reagan Terwilliger really making Ella Whitney work.
Not getting too much contact on that, but even just a trip past foul, Terwilliger took off, and man, she's quick. I'm surprised to see our third baseman, Katie Vandermark, not coming up for the sake of a swinging bunt.
The 3-2. Swung on, chopped to third base. Throw, Gibson gets it. It's out number 2.
And just like that, it went promptly to Katie Vandermark. Good to see her back in the lineup. She's been nursing an injury to her hamstring and knee area, but has a few starts under her belt, and here she is again over the third base bag.
The third lefty batter in a row. Up at the dish is Abby Nagel, the first baseman. Whitney trying to get out of the inning. No damage done yet. 2 away. Pitch number 1. Outside corner, just out. 1-0 count.
The Bulls just played Toledo in their previous series, and Nagel had 2 home runs in their 21-14 victory. We'll go talk a little bit more about that later, but all sorts of program records in an astounding high-scoring game.
The 1-0 is swung on and missed. 1-1 count now. Whitney trying to get out of this inning unscathed. Closing in on 70 strikeouts on the year, has 68 right now. None yet today. The 1-1, chopped, the shortstop, and that bounces through to center field. Little error there by Maya Peterzak.
There was a lot of time in the year where Maya Peterzak had a perfect fielding percentage, and through one mistake or another, that's gone down, but a rare sight from the sophomore shortstop that has done such a great job in a really athletic position.
That's right. Now up at the dish, the third baseman, Isabella Smithson. Runner on first. Pitch 1. Inside. Ball 1. And the runner stays put. I think it's safe to say that was an error on the shortstop, Peterzak. The 1-0 from Whitney. Outside again, but called strike, catches the side of the dish. It's a 1-1 count.
Smithson has had a taste for the long ball this year. 31 RBIs, leads her team, and also has 5 home runs through 10 extra base hits on the year. Certainly familiar to that cleanup position.
Grounder to the second baseman, throws it, put out again by Gibson. That's the end of the inning. Whitney gets out of the air on the shortstop, Peterzak, and we stay scoreless at 0-0. We're going to take a short break. When we return, we'll have the bottom of the first action. You're listening to Ball State SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, pay-per-go toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
Welcome back to the Ball State softball field. We have Bottom of the first action. Dylan, what did you see in that first inning that you're looking, or excuse me, in the top of the first that you're looking for, maybe from the Cardinal offense?
Those were some for the Cardinal offense, you said? Excuse
Yes.
me. Okay, I see Michaela Timmons in that 2 spot, and we've talked about how dangerous of a hitter she is. Peterzak is one of the top players in the MAC for runs statistically. She leads the conference, but Michaela Timmons is someone that can create opportunities for herself and for people on base as well. So wouldn't be shocked if Peterzak can get a first base hit, especially because of Genevieve Longsdorf's struggles throughout the year. And it's an early chance to put up 2 runs every single game because you have so great of a hitter on your squad.
That's right. About to get underway. Leading us off, Maya Peterzak made an error in that last inning at the shortstop position. Looks like we got a bit of a delay going on, waiting for,
Leading off the bottom of the first for your
not sure,
Capitals,
most
the
likely a
shortstop,
TV timeout on the
number
ESPN
7,
broadcast. Maya Peterzak steps in. Longsdorf prepares for her pitch of the game. Pitch 1 delivered. That's a strike right down the middle.
Peterzak been an Iron Man for this squad. Started all 40 of the team's games at that shortstop position.
Pitch number 2, way outside. That's a wild pitch. 1-1 count now. Not something you want to see early off of Longsdorf.
If you've ever seen Major League, Sam, it's where their PA announcer would say just a bit outside.
Just a bit outside indeed. Pitch number 3 away. Inside. 2-1 count on Peterzak. Longsdorf, like we said, has been stellar so far for the Bulls. Hoping to get one of those good outings today. Pitch number 4 slapped in the air down the right field line. Foul ball. Could not be handled by Nagel and Zip. They were there together. Was not able to secure the out.
What range that Evelyn Van Heist has to be able to track that ball down. Was almost able to get it, but just over the fence. Close enough to hit one of our cameras doing the ESPN broadcast. Our good friends at Chirp Vision doing this for ESPN+. Mick Tidrow is on the call for that.
That's right, 2-2 count now. On Peterzak, slapped right up the middle to the center fielder, Terwilliger, and she makes a routine grab. That's a line out for Peterzak. 1 away here in the bottom of the first.
Good hit by Peterzak. That's what we call a barrel, where it hits right on that optimal spot of the bat. Good contact on it, just unfortunately straightaway center, and Terwilliger is not someone to make that mistake. Easy catch for her.
Now, statistically, the Ball State's best hitter this year, Michaela Timmons, the catcher, redshirt senior. Dangerous at the dish. Inside pitch 1, called strike. Caught the inside corner, 0-1 count. The senior, oh, go ahead.
Timmons looking pretty frustrated already, taking that 0-1 call. It shook her head, pat the bat on her thigh. She wants one here.
The 0-1. Inside again, but this time called the ball. We have a 1-1 count. Timmons has been stellar so far this season, leads the MAC in average OPS, RBIs, slugging, base on balls, and on base percentage. I mean, what more could you ask for from a hitter?
Not much. The one struggle she had was against Miami in that series. She went 1 for 10, 2 walks, that one hit being a double, but averaging 100 and a 300 on base percentage. But since then, we've kind of seen her come with a vengeance. She's been able to pick it up since then, but you can tell there's still a little bit of frustration, and she wants more.
2-1 count. Pitch number 4 on the way. Outside, ball number 3. 3-1 count on Michaela Timmons.
The head shakes return. This time it's not out of frustration. It's the, yep, that's a little too outside. Now she's ahead in the count. We might see an executive decision where Timmons gets pitched around, and it's another free walk.
Smack down the right field line again, floating down. Zip comes over, and she drops the ball. It rolls into foul territory. Timmons rounds second, heads toward third. Cutoff is not in time, and Michaela Timmons has reached third.
These are the things you see with Michaela Timmons, Sam, consistently. For many people, that's a routine fly ball to right. She's smart enough to know that that's not an optimal catch for Zip to make. As soon as that ball gets up, rounds first, rounds second after the drop, and just like that, she has another triple on the year.
That's right. Zip not able to make the grab, and the wind definitely played a part in that. First pitch to Kara Gunter. Takes ball one outside.
And now for Ball State, you have the 3 and 4 coming up. Some of your best power hitters in Gunter and Whitney. And Timmons with her second double of the year, tied for the team leader.
Strike one on the outside corner. Gunter comes in today. Now listen to this, only 3 home runs, but she has 37 RBIs. Like you said, more of that power hitter. Really drives the leadoff positions home if they can get on base.
Certainly. And Gunter herself has 2 triples, so both Timmons and Gunter have more than 1 on the year.
Smack down the right field line. It gets by. Smithson rolls into left field. Gunter towards second. Cut off too late. Gunter has an RBI double.
Kara Gunter's good enough to put the ball in play when she needs it most. Looked like it could have been an infield ground out, but Smithson unable to bring it in. Even if it's a ground out from third to first, Timmons is good enough of a player to be able to come home on that. This time, though, it's an RBI double for the left fielder on her senior day. Well done by both of these seniors at the 2 and 3 spots.
RBI number 38 for Kara Gunter now. Ella Whitney now at the dish, the pitcher. Third in the MAC in RBIs this year, trying to score Gunter. Pitch number 1 right down the middle, but a little high. 1-0 count to the designated player / pitcher for today, Ella Whitney. Taken outside, 2-0 count.
I'm curious if that experience from Whitney as a pitcher gives her a better eye at the plate, knowing if there's more break on one pitch than another, knowing the location of one pitch or another, considering the philosophy of tunneling and location, might give her a little bit more of an advantage as a batter.
The 2-0 swung on, sent foul, out of play. Out of the stadium, actually. 2-1 count now on Ella Whitney. Comes in today with a .315 average, 9 home runs, looking for double digits, the 10th today on the season. The 2-1 taken outside, 3-1 count. Ball State batters getting into a lot of favorable counts so far in this bottom half.
And this is where we saw Timmons get her triple on a 3-1 count. It's clear that they're not going to try and pitch around anybody, so it's a chance for Whitney to get the green light and take it.
And she takes it indeed deep into left and off the wall. Gunter rounding third, bounces off the wall, and Whitney, they change spots. Gunter home, Whitney to second, an RBI double for the pitcher.
You got to give credit to Genevieve Longsdorf for being fearless in any situation, but with a team that has such good of bats as Ball State, sometimes you can't do that. You might have to walk Timmons. You might have to walk Whitney.
Now at the dish, number 1, McKenna Mulholland, the redshirt junior from Oviedo, Florida. Hitting .311 on the season, has 28 RBIs herself. Looks like we have a little catcher-pitcher meeting. Olivia Longsdorf along with Lily Luck. Not the inning, not the start to this bottom half you want, especially in a doubleheader.
Certainly.
First pitch, Whitney on second. We're underway, a little high and outside. 1-0 count to the second baseman, McKenna Mulholland.
Sam, Mulholland just had a really great story in the Ball State Daily News. She talked to their sports editor a little bit about her mental health struggles. Her stepdad passed away in 2023 from stage 4 colon cancer. So a lot of things that you see her do on the field are a dedication to her dad. If you see her with 3 fingers up, her stepdad's favorite number was 33. Before that at bat, we saw her draw a cross in the dirt. She's very tied to her faith, but she's someone that plays for more than just herself.
You see that a lot on this softball team. Also, a story just is coming out soon with Caitlin Gibson. Very similar stories You see that a lot on this softball team. We have a 2-1 count, 2 balls, 1 strike. It's always good to see your players playing for something more than yourself, even with the success they have. The 2-1, taken on the outside corner, 2-2 count to McKenna Mulholland.
Her stepdad, John, one of his favorite phrases was, "Who cares?" trying to tell McKenna about how big the world is in the grand scheme of things. And Mulholland has kind of used that to propel her and motivate her this season.
The 2-2 swung on and missed on the off speed. Mulholland down, swinging. First strikeout of the day for Olivia Longsdorf.
It's unfortunate for Mulholland, but it's a nice pitch by Longsdorf. Had just a bit of a dive on it and caused Mulholland, who's a great eye at the plate, to swing at something that wasn't optimal for her. But awesome pitch by Longsdorf and a nice way to get back into the swing of things.
2 outs with Caitlin Gibson now at the dish. Pitch number 1, a little high, not in the zone, 1-0 count.
Gibson isn't exactly a power hitter, but she in her own right has 20 RBIs, so able to get that ball in contact and has done a great job of doing that so far. OPS of .852.
1-0, taken inside again, 2-0. Again, these favorable counts just keep coming back to the Cardinals.
You mentioned the story of Caitlin Gibson, Sam, and you and I had the pleasure to chat with her and do a feature story on her for Ball State Sports Link. She wears multiple bows in her hair, each representing something very important to her. One is for her mental health, the green one. One is for her stepdad, who got her into the game of softball. His name's Randy. He's actually present and to our left at this game. And then there's a white one, and she is also committed to her faith, so she chooses that as well. So it was a pleasure to be able to have those conversations with her and tell a great story.
Indeed, she had a 3-0 count, but took pitch number 4 right down the middle, 3-1. We've seen that a lot, and it usually works out in favor for the Cardinals. Let's see if Gibson can turn another 31 count into something. The 31 count taken down the middle, 3-2. We have a full count.
Awesome job by Longsdorf to be able to work this count back. Again, showing how fearless she is, but also telling me that this team has a lot of trust in her. Going from a 3-0 count to a completely full count on a batter that has struggled at times this year.
Gibson sends it high in the air. Phelan struggling with the wind and the sun, but makes the grab. The Bulls get out of it, but the Cardinals get to themselves. RBIs from Gunter and Whitney. When we return, we'll have the top of inning number 2. You're listening to Ball State Sports Link Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundering, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesweets.hamptoninn.com. At munciesweets.hamptoninn.com.
Welcome back to the Ball State softball field on the campus of Ball State University here in Muncie, Indiana. In the bottom of the first, the Cardinals put up 2. They currently lead the Buffalo Bulls 2-0. Top 2 action here. Sam Klug alongside with Dylan Budd. Dylan, what do the Bulls need here in the top of the second to kind of challenge the Cardinals a little bit? They're struggling at the dish right now.
At this point, they just got to work their way back. They've got their 4, 5, and 6 batters up to the plate this inning, and none of them have done significantly well besides possibly Lily Luck. She's averaging 267, but the other 2 to close out the lineup are averaging 167 and 146. After that is Phelan, who's averaging 164. Not too well on the bats on this part of the lineup, but fortunately for the Bulls, when they get back up to the top, they've got some of the best hitters in the MAC.
Now Lily Luck is up, takes a ball inside. 1-0 count. The catcher batting 5th today.
Luck is the only one that has played all 42 games for the Bulls this year. 42 games played, 42 games started, most of them at catcher, a couple times in the outfield, one time even at first. Not only is she a great catcher, but man, she is versatile.
Pitch number 2. They check with the third base umpire. Michael Brown, no swing. On Luck, we have a 2-0 count. The New York native, second in the MAC in walks, and 2-0 count favoring her right now. Ball down the middle, strike number 1, 2-1 count.
Popular thing here for these Ball State fans, someone might yell a little bit of a hook because the imitating an umpire, potentially seeing if that strike could be called.
Trying to get a little change of heart maybe in the umpire. There's swing. We have a 2-2 count now.
No fan needed that time.
Nope,
umpire
clear
got
as
the call
day.
right. Swing and a miss. 2-2 count for
That
Whitney.
that might cause an uprising if he called that one a ball.
Yeah.
2-2. Whitney sets her feet in the circle and delivers the 2-2. Luck checks her swing. Didn't go. She's safe. 3-2 count. Lots of pitches from both pitchers so far in these first 2 innings.
And now if you're Ella Whitney, you got to consider, do you pitch around this and live to see another batter? Lauk is the only really game-changing batter at this spot in the lineup.
3-2 called. Strike 3 on the outside corner. Lily Luck thought that was a walk. She goes down looking. Strikeout number 1 on the day for Ella Whitney.
To be honest, I thought it was a walk as well, Sam. It looked a little low and a little to the outside, but umpire disagrees with me and certainly not going to complain about it.
Hometown fans happy about that. Now at the dish, the second baseman, Evelyn Van Heist, delivers pitch 1. Outside corner misses. Ball 1. Van Heist, a native of Ehrenberg, Pennsylvania, just a state over. In her junior year, struggling at the dish this year so far, only hitting 167.
Certainly.
Pitch number 2, catches the outside corner, 1-1 count.
We've started to see the wind die down a little bit, which good factor for the players, but also a good factor for us. It's kind of a wind tunnel up here, Sam, so it can get pretty cold sometimes.
It is indeed, and with the ESPN crew here today, we get kicked to the outside, but no complaints here. Strike on the swing. We get to broadcast some softball today in gorgeous Muncie, Indiana. 1-2 count to the second baseman.
50 degrees, real feel of 43. Probably up here, considering the wind factor, I would say 30.
Pitch away, smacked up, just misses the glove of the pitcher. And a nice throw by Mulholland to put out the second baseman, Van Heist.
It looked like Whitney almost had another line out, but that time wasn't able to get the glove up in time. Fortunately, McKenna Mulholland, such a great fielder, able to bring it in and get the out in time.
Nice 4-3 put out for the Cardinals. Now at the dish, Arden Hopf, the left fielder, at the dish. Bit of a smaller stature, but don't doubt her abilities. Strike on the inside corner.
She's someone that's got a little bit of speed to her with her stature as well. 3 for 3, 100% stolen base rate this year, but not doing too well on average or on OPS. Just a little over 500 for OPS. Not exactly a great number, but hoping to turn that around here is Hopf.
Pitch number 2 missed. Looked like Hopf showed bunt, but did not commit. We got a 1-1 count. Wind now blowing straight out to right field. Righty on righty. Smack to right field, but foul and out of reach of Caitlin Gibson.
And with Hopf showing bunt, we've started to see Gibson and Vandermark slowly creep in for a ball just to trickle down that foul line.
1-2 count on the left fielder. Has yet to hit a home run, has 3 RBIs on the season. She batted in 89 runs in high school. The pitch, smacked, stays in the infield, called out by Mulholland, and great communication from the Cardinal infield to get out of the inning. The Bulls go 1-2-3 in the top of the second. When we return, we'll have the Cardinal turn at the dish. You're listening to Ball State Sports Link Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundering, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesweets.hamptoninn.com. At munciesweets.hamptoninn.com.
Welcome back to the Ball State softball field on the campus of Ball State University. We have bottom of the second action. Ball State currently leads 2-0 after putting up a 2-spot in inning number 1. Folks, just so you know, tomorrow is our last SL Digital call of the year. It will be the series finale between the Cardinals and the Bulls. Today, Dylan and I have the doubleheader for you folks tomorrow. It'll be Rowan Elbert and Xander Woods for the finale of not only SL Digital, but the Cardinal and Bulls series.
70 broadcasts, over 180 hours streamed collectively between these students in SportsLink. We've got the opportunity to call a lot of games, and we've got a lot of talent in our program and in our group. So I know for myself, I'm certainly really grateful to have the opportunity to call a few games. The first game for me as a freshman was soccer against, ironically, the University at Buffalo with Evan Stowell, the sophomore SportsLink member. So beginning and ending with the Buffalo Bulls for myself.
Quick 0-2 count here to the right fielder, Maddie Weaver.
You mentioned senior day being earlier today. Weaver is a senior for seniority. She got the spot in right field, a spot that Ashley Lovett has had for much of the year.
Indiana native takes a ball high, graduate of Franklin Central. 1-2 count, hitting .252 on the year. She's that catcher / utility position that you see a lot of in softball. Was all academic MAC last year, so she's got the brains for sure. The 1-2. Ball taken outside. She lives to see another day. 2-2 count. Longsdorf struggling to get a put out here in inning number 2.
What's interesting is we'll still see Ashley Lovett, this time at the center field spot. She's come back from an injury in her knee, still wearing a knee brace, but she's at the 9-hole. We're about to see her.
The 2-2, smacked, fouled back, straight back toward the booth, but the protective netting keeps us safe.
There's always a moment pretty early in the contest where all of these fans are grateful that there's a backstop installed.
That's right.
But Ashley Lovett will get the spot in center field. It looks like Haley Urban has a bit of a rib injury, so she'll take a rest day today and try and recover that.
The 2-2. Strike 3 looking. Catches the inside corner, and Weaver is down on strikes. Yeah, the Cardinals seem to be a little banged up right now, and obviously, as we talked about before, the push for the postseason, especially a MAC regular season championship, that they're not out of the hunt for. So they definitely want to be healthy going into the MAC tournament.
There's a four-headed monster in the MAC right now, and that's Ball State, Miami, Akron, and Central Michigan. All 4 teams have done such a great job this year. It's four-headed monster, and those are the 4 teams that are going to be in the semifinals and finals, I believe. So really important to get healthy pretty fast, especially with Urban being such a contributing starter and center.
The third baseman Vandermark now at the dish has taken strike number 1. It's a 1-1 count.
And we have a few MAC games today. There's the doubleheader today between these 2 teams. The 10 and 11, Kent State and Western Michigan are playing a doubleheader. Doubleheader between Bowling Green, the 9, and the 7, Toledo.
Strike number 2 on Vandermark, 1-2 count. Yeah, lots of action today, as they like to say across the conference, can really start to shape up what's going to be a thrilling end to such a good season so far.
But wait, there's more. Northern Illinois and Akron, the 5 and the 6 are playing today. And the top MAC matchup, Central Michigan and Ohio, the 1 and the 2, have a doubleheader of their own.
Vandermark down on strikes. Swings and misses that one. Longsdorf's third strikeout of the day. She is up to 69 strikeouts on the year, closing in on number 70. Ashley Lovett now, the junior, at the dish. 2 gone here in the bottom of the second. Pitch number 1 away. Smacked to the first baseman, Nagel. She gloves it and steps on the bag. A 1-2-3 inning for the Bulls. When we return, we'll have top of the 3 action. The Cardinals currently leading 2-0 here in game 1 of the doubleheader. You're listening to Ball State Sports Link Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundering, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesweets.hamptonin.com. At munciesweets.hamptonin.com.
Welcome back to the Ball State Sports Link Digital Radio Network. We have the first game of a doubleheader here today between the Ball State Cardinals and the Buffalo Bulls. Dylan, we got some bullpen action. What do you see over there?
We do. I see Brianna Severino getting a little bit warm. Whitney's done a great job so far. No runs through 2 innings. I don't think it's anything to be said about a struggle for Whitney, but we could expect Bree Severino to get the start in game 2, so probably just staying warm and stretching and getting the arm going for a long day ahead.
That's right, and if you didn't know, in softball, it's not common for a pitcher to go the entirety of a game or to come in for relief after pitching a game either the same day or the day before, so something that's a little different than in baseball.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. It makes Ella Whitney's stat line even better with 16 complete games on the year.
Ball smacked to the shortstop, Peterzak. She throws out Ava Thalen for the first out of the inning. That was a first pitch swinging out. Now we have Miranda Zip for batter number 2. 1 away here in the top of the third currently. Again, Ball State 2-0, the lead. Zip rounding out the lineup and playing right field. Pitch number 1, little outside. 1-0 count to the right fielder.
This will be Zip's 15th at-bat on the year, but someone with speed, certainly 5 for 6 on stolen bases. It's kind of a double leadoff idea that we see so commonly in both baseball and softball.
Yep. A New York native herself out of West Seneca East High School. Bit of a confusing name, West Seneca East, but there's apparently 2 of them, and the New York native decided to stay home and play for the Bulls.
Well, there's a East Seneca East and a West Seneca East, apparently.
Pitch number 3, swung on and missed in the dirt. A little bit of a nastiness from Whitney. 1-2 count as the wind begins to pick up, but the sun comes out and we maybe have some cloud movement going on. The 1-2 from Whitney. Swung on and missed. Down on strikes is Zip. She gone. Second strikeout on the day. First swinging for Whitney.
Next up, the designated player, number 22, Emily Gorman.
Gorman steps up for her second at-bat of the day. It was a line out in the first inning to the pitcher, Ella Whitney. 0 for 1 today. Pitch number 1 from Whitney. I wonder if she remembers that, keeping it in the back of her hand. Now she lines one down the left field line, but foul. Gorman almost had a hold of one there. Gorman, another New York native, right out of Buffalo, New York, actually.
Hometown hero, that's right. Starting to see that wind pick up to the southeast. It's why we've seen so many high fly balls trail to the right, and why we saw Miranda Zip not able to bring one down from Michaela Timmons.
Pitch number 2 inside. Gorman lays off of it. It's a 1-1 count. She was very late on that first pitch of the at-bat. Something that is always a strategic play in softball, as it's a smaller field. The 1-1. Gorman smacks it to Gibson. She handles it easily and steps on the bag for out number 2. 2 gone.
That's another 1, 2, 3.
Excuse me, that's another 1-2-3 inning for the Cardinals. They keep the Bulls scoreless. When we return, we'll have the bottom of the second. You're listening to Ball State Sports Link Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, pay-per-go toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
Welcome back to the Ball State softball field. We have a current 2-0 lead for the Cardinals. And is the bottom of the third with the top of the order, Maya Peterzak, due at the dish. She lined out in the first inning to the center fielder.
Also had an error at the top of the first that was able to get a Buffalo runner on base.
That's right. Only bluff so far really for the Cardinals, as they put up 2 in that bottom half and have not looked back since then.
Certainly.
Longsdorf steps in, pitches it away. Looks like at off speed, she finds the strike zone. A 1 count to Maya Peterzak.
At the leadoff position, she's been batting .353 on the year with an OPS of around 900, a little bit more than that, but great start for her at that leadoff spot. That exact number, is a 1.027, 22 RBIs, and leads the team in runs with 51.
Leads the MAC in runs, as a matter of fact. Pitch number 2 is taken inside, almost actually hit her, the 1-1 now from Longsdorf. She smacks into right field. Weaver plays back on it. Stepped in, but stepped back and was able to catch the fly out. Now Peterzak is 0 for 2, out number 1 in the inning.
We saw a mistake from Miranda Zip earlier with Michaela Timmons' hit, but able to corral that this time, and nice job to overcome another opportunity for error.
Sorry, excuse me, that was Zip in right field. Struck out at the dish, but then was able to make a play in right field for the Bulls. Pitch number 1 to Timmons, taken outside.
And with Timmons coming up, we saw how she did the last time she faced Longsdorf, able to get a triple. Let's see if the mentality changes a little bit for Longsdorf.
Pitch number 2. Outside again, 2-0 count. Timmons getting herself into another favorable count. She was able to get a double with an E9 and turn that into a 3-bagger plate appearance in the first inning. 2-0 count to Ball State's catcher. The pitch, smacked by Timmons, flown high in to the third base foul territory as it goes out of play and into the bullpen. On the Bull side of the diamond, Timmons, 2-1 count now.
These are the kind of pitches and batters that Longsdorf will face that will give her so much more experience down the stretch. She's a freshman facing one of the top batters in the country. At-bats like this will give her more experience and allow her to learn more than a 9-hole hitter.
Has now worked the count to a 2-2 on the verge of out number 2 in the inning. Timmons has found herself in this spot plenty of times before, even in the last inning. The 2-2, Longsdorf sets and fires. Ball out and high. Timmons works it to a full count.
Now, we saw this before with a 3-1 count to Timmons before. Now what's the move for Longsdorf and head coach Mike Ruckel?
Timmons is a couple outs away, couple RBIs away. She takes a walk there. The first of the inning for the Cardinals.
Timmons' 41st walk on the year, Sam. In game prep, I had 14 batting categories listed. Timmons leads the team in 11 of them.
That's what you want from a good hitter. Eric Gunter now at the dish. Also had a double as well as a run and an RBI in inning number 1. Takes pitch 1. Timmons off the bag a little bit. No stolen base. Timmons on the year, 19 for 22 stolen bases. It's a pretty good success rate.
86% to be exact, but it leads the team in stolen bases and also is second in the MAC for successful bags swiped.
Gunter takes ball 2 on the outside. Excuse me, this is a 1-1 count. 1 strike, 1 ball, 1 out. 1's across the board. Gunter, the center fielder. The pitch. Smacked, flown in as the shortstop Thalen goes back and makes the grab. 2 away, 1 away now. No, 2 away is correct. Now at the dish, the pitcher, Ella Whitney, as you can hear the public address system announcing to the crowd. Whitney has been pitching fantastically so far today against the Bulls. Had a double in the first inning, was left stranded. The pitch. Ball 1 taken low.
With that RBI double, Ella Whitney now has 20 extra base hits on the year. Unfortunately for her, she also has 18 strikeouts, so she's prone to swinging and missing as well.
She wants those strikeouts on the other end, though. The 1-0. Taken on the outside and a little low 2-0 count to Ella Whitney. It's kind of rare you see a unicorn like this who's can be a fantastic hitter and pitcher. Reminds me, obviously, a little bit of Shohei Ohtani in the major leagues, someone who's so valuable to their team.
If you want to go all the way back, in a similar sense, was Babe Ruth.
The 2-0, taken high. Whitney has worked herself into a count she would not want if she were in the circle. 3-0 now, 2 away in inning number 3. Bottom, Timmons on first. Had a walk earlier in the inning. The 3-0. Longsdorf to Whitney. Pitch taken down the middle. You knew on a 30 count, you usually are not going to swing. And Whitney did just that.
Certainly, there's no reason to do it. It sounds like the more fun idea, and there's likely more action to it, but you're up 2-0. There's no inclination to swing.
3-1 count. Pop-up lifted high. Van Heist over. She makes the grab, reaching back. What a play from the Bulls' second baseman. That ends the 3rd inning. 4 up, 1 on, and 3 gone. That leads us to another break. When we return, we'll have more Ball State and Buffalo softball. You're listening to Ball State Sports Link Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundering, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesuites.hamptoninn.com. At munciesuites.hamptoninn.com.
From Trivia Night at Brothers and Tater Tots at Roots.
Never miss a Ball State game with SportsLink Digital.
Welcome back to the Ball State softball field. Sam Klug alongside Dylan Budd here for a doubleheader. The Cardinals play hosts to the Buffalo Bulls. 2-0 here in the top of the fourth. Dylan, what do we need to see here, especially from Reagan Terwilliger leading off for the Bulls here in the fourth inning to really get some action going?
Well, as we said before, they have to work their way back. And at a time like this, I think it's a good idea to look at the big picture. We talked about the hypotheticals for the Bulls to get in the playoffs. The Bulls are going to have to win out or win almost all of their games. Even one loss puts their chances significantly lower into getting that 6th seed. So it might be time to start hitting the panic button if you're head coach Mike Reichel.
Terwilliger, the smack deep into the gap in left field. She's going for second. She's going to stop there, and that's the first hit on the day for the Bulls. Reagan Terwilliger, the center fielder, has broken up the Ella Whitney no-hitter.
We talked after Whitney had three scoreless hitless innings, and we said we don't want to jinx it. We don't want to have that announcer's jinx that we see so often in sports, but Terwilliger able to put it right into the gap where there were so many fielders in the infield, but in that perfect gap in left center to get a double.
Great piece of hitting from Terwilliger, like you said, getting it into that gap. And look out for her stealing as Nagel sends it down the left field line into the bullpen. Terwilliger is 17 for 18 on stolen bases so far this year. Michaela Timmons, though, I don't know about stealing on her. She's quite athletic.
Certainly. Cardinals are second in stolen bases allowed in the conference, so as good as Terwilliger is, it also might not be a good idea to go to third.
The diving Peterzak is not enough, but Gunter gets it in time as a single from Nagel sends Terwilliger to third and herself to first, as we have a duck on the pond and runners at the corners for Isabella Smithson.
Smithson, the cleanup hitter, has a great situation ahead of her. Runners on the corners, no outs. We could potentially see a double steal in play here, but at the same time, so is the double play. So we'll see the middle infielders, Peterzak and Mulholland, move in. If there's a ground ball, one will cover second, turn it to Gibson. A run might score, but Ball State's still up by one.
Smithson was third in the MAC in sac flies her freshman year. Takes strike one on the plate. Runners on the corners, not a good position for Ella Whitney and the Cardinals. The Bulls threatening the 2-0 lead here early in game one of the doubleheader. Whitney sets, fires. Taken high, fake throwback from Timmons to first base. Does not get Nagel the jump. 1-1 count.
Smart play by Timmons to keep these base runners guessing. It's an optimal spot for Buffalo, but Timmons smart enough to keep them on their toes.
The 1-1 smacked backwards out of reach of Timmons, and it's a 1-2 count. Big strikeout here. If it were to be a strikeout, it would be huge for Ella Whitney. Would put the inning-ending double play in reach. 1-2 count after that foul ball from Smithson, the third baseman on the day. Whitney sets in the circle and fires. Ball, wild pitch. Here comes Terwilliger, and she scores. She steals on the pass ball. Michaela Timmons did not get there, and the Bulls have cut the lead in half.
Whitney was smart enough to be able to get to the plate in time, but quick throw from Timmons in desperation mode there. Whitney unable to glove it and apply the tag. Smart play from Terwilliger and a nice job of the Bulls to be able to get something on the board here.
Nagel moves to second on that pass ball. 2-2 count now. Inside on Smithson, and it's a 3-2 count. What a turn of events there. No longer a double play in reach, and Not a pitcher's count right now. 3-2. Smithson looking for the walk. No outs in this inning. 2-1 Cardinals. The pitch fires inside, but they call it a ball. Again, the parents trying to get a rise out of the umpire, but a walk taken by Isabella Smithson. 2 on, no out for the Bulls.
Well, here comes the catcher number 8. They call her Lady Luck, and there is room for doubt, so see if she could drive a couple other runners home in this contest.
Ella Whitney has to be feeling some type of nerves right now. 2 on, no out, and the lead hanging in her balance. Luck at the dish, takes ball 1 outside. Luck struck out her first time up looking in the second inning. Also worked it to a full count. Gonna see a lot of pitches here today in Muncie. Pitch number 2 taken for a strike. Looks like Luck tried to sell it as an inside pitch, but the umpire thinks otherwise.
If you're Reagan Terwilliger, the center fielder, you gotta be really happy with yourself. All of this has started with her getting a double in the gap against the shift, able to come home on a smart play as well. And just like that, the Bulls have a chance to come back.
Ball smacked to the second baseman, Mulholland. Flips to Peterzak, but no play at first. And that's a fielder's choice for the Cardinals. 1 out away now and runners at the corners.
It's a tough play from McKenna Mulholland. Good job to be able to flip it to Peterzak, but she's going against her momentum, against her body, and then Peterzak has to flip her hips so quickly to get it to Gibson. At that point, it's not going to be possible to get both.
Evelyn Van Heist at the dish. Grounded out in her first at-bat. Pitch number 1. Outside, ball 1.
We see runners on the corners again, but it also means the double play is in order. And this time, if it happens, it means the top of the 4th concludes with Ball State still being ahead.
Will they try the double steal and sell Timmons to throw the ball down? We'll see. Block at first, Nagel at third. Pitch smacked up the middle past the diving Mulholland. Nagel scores, and the runners advance a base each. Evelyn Van Heist has tied the ball game.
When you can get a hit past McKenna Mulholland on a ground ball, you know you've hit it very well. You know you've placed it in a perfect location. So nice job by Evelyn Van Heist to have an RBI and tie this contest up.
It's a 2-2 ball game here in Muncie as we have a pitchers meeting in the circle. Looks like Helen Pena's out there talking to her starter, Ella Whitney, who before this inning was spotless, is the adjective I would use.
Someone could say lights out, but Severino, we still see her in the pen. Don't know if we'll see her just yet. Not too much reason for panic here if you're Coach Helen Pena, but Pena has the pitcher's connection too. She was one at Cal Poly, and in her time here, her first year, the Cardinals were 500 and had the 6th seed in the MAC tournament, able to work their way up to the MAC championship where they lost to Miami, but this is a player's coach through and through, and I'm sure her as a former pitcher, she's not hitting the panic button just yet on Ella Whitney.
For sure, and it looks like Whitney will stay in the game as we have Ardeen Hopf up at the dish. The left fielder popped out in her first at-bat in the second inning. Tie game, 2-2. Pitch 1 taken high. 1-0 count, runners again on first and second. Only 1 away. That double play ball is still within reach for the Cardinals. Whitney fires pitch number 2, taken low, 2-0 count. Ardeen Hoff at the dish, playing left field today.
And up until now, it looks like Whitney has struggled with just the opposing batters getting good contact. Right now, though, she's struggling with control in this at-bat.
3-0 counts. A walk would load the bases, something the Cardinals do not want.
It's a rare sight for Ella Whitney to lose control on an at-bat. 42 walks on the year.
Pitch number 4 is taken low. And we have bases loaded, especially to a batter who has not had a stellar year so far. Caitlin Gibson gives a little encouragement pep talk to her pitcher. Plays available at any base. 1 out to go, bases loaded. And Ava Thalen at the dish, the shortstop. Pitch 1, taken low, 5 straight balls pitched from Ella Whitney. Ava Thalen batted last inning, grounded out to Caitlin Gibson. The 1-0 from Whitney. Taken, and there's a strike. 1-1 count. Whitney back in the striker circle.
It's the first strike we've seen in a couple minutes, Sam, but at this point, in the mind of Jalapeno, it's a game of opportunity, it's a game of perspective. You could be scared about all the base runners, but you also could look at it as there are force outs everywhere.
Whitney works the count to 1-2, bases loaded. Whitney has 2 strikeouts on the day. Looking for that third in a big spot, the 1-2. Pitch is outside, and it's a 2-2 count. Thalen lives to see another day.
I like that call. You've got a few pitches to give. Why not go for the chase in a moment like that?
Thalen, a freshman, trying to stay alive. The 2-2, ball high on a riser. Not good. We have a full count. We all know what a walk means. With the bases loaded, it means they walk in a run. Big pitch up, coming up here. Tied right now. That could all change. Bulls have scored 2 runs here in the 4th inning. Time has been called. Kayla Timmons messing with some of that catcher's gear. She's been down there for some time now here in this 4th inning. 3-2 count on Ardeen Hopf. Excuse me, on Ava Thalen, I should say. Pitch smack deep into left field. Overcomes the left fielder, Gunter, and she makes the out. Tags up. Tags up is Lily Locke, and the Bulls have the lead. Sacrifice fly from Ava Thalen.
It's a nice catch by Kara Gunter, being able to track a nice fly ball down from Thalen, but good job from Locke to be able to tag up on that situation, and Gunter can't make the throw in time because it's a difficult throw to make.
Miranda Zip stepping to the dish. Looks like we have a challenge to see if Thalen did indeed tag up.
Looks like if Lauk tagged up, but...
Excuse me, Lauk.
But Mulholland made a quick throw to Katie Vandermark. Mark's right foot stepped on the base, so looks like we're going to be under review. I couldn't tell you. I didn't get a good look on it, Sam.
Looks like we'll play on. If that was an out, we would be ending the inning, and we'd still be tied. But still, the Bulls have the 3-2 lead. Whitney to Zip. Pitch 1, outside. 1-0 count on the right fielder.
This is a big at-bat for Ella Whitney. She's got to be able to have it right here, right now, before this game gets pulled away.
That's right. 7th batter she's faced. Eighth, I should say, and there's a strike from Whitney. The Bulls have almost batted around. The other batter who has not batted is in the on-deck circle, and that's Emily Gorman. 1-1. Whitney delivers. Pitch inside. Not going to get the call. 2-1 count to Zip.
It's unfortunate for the Bulls that this hitter here, Zip, isn't able to bunt in a 2-out situation. She brings so much speed that a bunt would be perfect to advance 2 runners.
The 2-1. Little high, and it's a 3-1 count. Walk does not kill you here, but Whitney definitely wants to get out of this inning.
And with a walk, it would leave Emily Gorman up to bat, batting .432, 19 RBIs, trying to make it 20.
The 3-1 pitch from Whitney, smacked high and foul from Randy Zip. That's like maybe the first time we've seen her actually swing today at a pitch from Whitney. We have a full count now. Ella Whitney now in a position to get out of the inning. 3-2. Smacked foul off the foot of Zip, who's also a native of New York as a freshman. Comes into today with a 286 average. Not bad for a freshman. Whitney trying to get out of the inning. 3-2 count, and here's the pitch. Foul ball off the bat of Zip, staying alive.
Big breath from Zip before she steps into the plate. Big time scenario for a freshman. And like we said with Longsdorf, now we see a batter getting a big time rep that'll give her a lot of experience when she's a junior or senior.
The 3-2 swung on, lined into left field. It's down. Lovett gathers it. Cut off by Gibson. And Van Heist scores. 4-2 Bulls.
The impact of Haley Urban not being on the field showed there. Just a tough play for Ashley Lovett to make, and nothing against her, but Urban has been a standout in center field, and I wonder if the situation would be different if Urban is the one tracking that down.
RBI single, Miranda Zip, the right fielder, and now top of the order, Emily Gorman at the dish. Grounded out in her last at-bat. Takes strike one. Good start there for Ella Whitney. But the Bulls have put up a 4 spot here in the 4th inning. Started with Reagan Terwilliger. Pitch inside, 1-1 count.
Severino's still getting warm in the pen, so it might be a factor of keeping her warm, but at what point do you question if Severino becomes the one on the circle for relief?
Gorman takes ball too high. Whitney still not out of the woods yet. 2 outs, 4-2 Buffalo. Ball State is in somewhat of a scoring drought, has not scored since that first inning. Buffalo pouring it on now here in the 4th inning. Pitch number 4 is taken for strike 2. 2-2 count. Whitney a strike away from ending this inning, and an inning the Cardinals want to forget.
And Sam, at the beginning of this, we said that Buffalo is going to have to work their way back because you might have to start hitting the panic button. They've done just that and more.
Pitch 5 fouled way out of the complex here, down the left field line. 2-2 count remains. Whitney closer than she's been in a minute to getting out of this inning. The 2-2. Smack deep into center field. Lovett chases it, makes the grab. They're out of it. Great routine play by Ashley Lovett to track that liner out. That is a 4-run top of the 4th for the Bulls. When we return, we'll have bottom of the 4th action from Muncie, Indiana. You're listening to Ball State Sports Link Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundering, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesuites.hamptoninn.com. At munciesuites.hamptoninn.com.
Indiana's top sports media school in 2024 by the Indiana Association of School Broadcasters.
This is Ball State Sports Link.
Welcome back to the Ball State softball complex. Now at the dish, we have McKenna Mulholland, the second baseman. If you're just joining us, folks, the Buffalo Bulls put up a 4 spot in inning number 4, currently lead at 4-2 over the Cardinals. Pitch 1, Mulholland smacks it in the air, high into center field. Terwilliger under it, makes the grab, out number 1.
First pitch swung on, first pitch went pretty far for McKenna Mulholland. Just only a couple home runs on the year. One of them was a grand slam against Toledo, but tried to get one there, unable to fall. You gotta wonder if the wind is still playing a little bit of a factor in these fly balls.
It might be blown a little bit harder now, still slightly out to right field. Gibson takes pitch number 1 down the middle. 0-1 count.
Gibson coming into this series has hit exactly a quarter of her at-bats, batting .250, but non-base percentage of a flat .400.
0-1. Longstar fires in the dirt. 1-1 count to the Ball State first baseman.
It would mean 16 walks on the year through her 84 at-bats is what makes that on-base percentage just a little bit higher.
Dylan, you mentioned this earlier, but Gibson has waited her turn as she smacks one into center field again. Deep. Terwilliger back at warning track power from Gibson as Terwilliger makes the grab, and that's out number 2. 2 up, 2 down quickly for the Cardinals. Not the inning they needed after a 4 spot from the Bulls in inning number 2. Hopefully that can change now with Maddie Weaver, the right fielder. Struck out in the second inning looking. Comes in to change that here in inning number 4. The pitch from Longsdorf. Smacked foul. Oh, off the top of these poles that support the net. Did not hit the net, hit the pole. Some pretty good aim from Weaver.
Nice little ring of the metal pole, but that Gibson fly ball, I mean, we talked about the Mulholland hit potentially being impacted from the wind. That Gibson one certainly was. It would have put Terwilliger at the track and potentially over the wall.
The 0-1. Smacked by Weaver, staying in the infield, and in comes Terwilliger again to make all 3 grabs. 3 up, 3 down.
Cardinals in the 4th. No runs on no hits, no errors.
That's the end of the 4th inning. We have 3 to play. When we return is the top of the 5th. You're listening to Ball State Sports Link Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, pay-per-go toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
Welcome back to the Ball State softball field on the campus of Ball State University here in beautiful Muncie, Indiana. We have a 4-2 Buffalo Bulls lead entering the 5th inning. After this inning, we'll have the 5th inning stretch as we get closer to the end of Game 1. Folks, if you didn't know, this is a doubleheader today. I have you along the ride for play-by-play in Game 1 alongside my partner Dylan Budd for color. And in Game 2, Dylan will take us the rest of the way. If you didn't know, tomorrow is SportsLink's final broadcast. Be sure to catch the series finale between the Bulls and the Cardinals. Now at the dish for the Bulls, someone who just made all 3 outs in the field. Excuse me, that didn't make the outs, but caught all 3 of the balls flown out to her. Reagan Terwilliger, the center fielder. Doubled last at bat, takes ball 1 outside.
We just got to hear the rattling bog between innings in that TV timeout. You know, the bird in the nest, and the nest in the limb, and the limb in the branch. Branch of the tree in the hole, and the hole in the bog. Down in the valley, oh, Sam.
Good job, Dylan. Oh, taken. Oh, line drive to Williger. To the wall in right center. She's going for more. To third, the throw, not in time. Reagan to Williger. Keeping the bats hot for the Bulls.
All game we've mentioned her speed and how fast she is going around the bases. And that time ball gets past Weaver. It leaves nobody over there in that right center spot. Lovett has to go all the way from left center. Brings it to Peterzak. Peterzak to Vandermark. Not in time.
What a stretch for Reagan Twilliger. Catches all 3 flyouts in the bottom half of the 4th inning after starting the rally. And now she just hits a triple. What a stretch of softball.
Incredible work from her so far.
Lined but caught by Maya Peterzak. Out number 1. That was Abby Nagel making some good contact, but lines out to the shortstop. 1 away here in the 5th inning.
Speaking of excellent play, great job by Peterzak. Quick and twitchy is what a shortstop has to be in mid-major softball, and quick enough to reel that in so fast.
Smithson grounds it to Vandermark. The throw home from Gibson, not in time, and the Bulls at another. Smithson gets the RBI on the fielder's choice to Vandermark.
How many times have we talked about Reagan Terwilliger's speed? She's the kind of person that on a long throw from third to first, Vandermark to Gibson, she's fast enough to get to home in time.
Lily Luck now at the dish, the catcher, with 2 away in the top of the 5th here. The pitch smacked to the second baseman, Mulholland. Throws it to Gibson, ends the inning. The Bulls get 1, but the Cardinals limit the damage. You're listening to SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Today we have 2 very special guests on our program, introducing Lem and Lime.
Hello.
For Starry Lemon Lime Soda.
Thanks for having us.
What is Starry Lemon Lime Soda?
It's a crisp, clear burst of lemon lime flavor, and it's caffeine-free.
Between us, one of you must be a little more important to Starry than the other. Who is it?
We're both important.
So it could just as easily be Starry Lime Lemon Soda.
No, that doesn't sound right.
Oh, I like it.
So you saying hip-hop could be hop-hip?
Works for me.
Starry Lemon Lime Soda. Starry hits different.
Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundering, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
The best stories in Ball State sports, plus live broadcasts right in your timeline.
Follow us at BSU SportsLink.
And folks, we're back at the Ball State softball field in Muncie, Indiana. Sam Klug alongside Dylan Budd. We have bottom of the 5th action. Ball State currently trailing the Buffalo Bulls 5-2 in game 1 of the doubleheader. So we have, excuse my notes, in this wind here today in Muncie.
We have a pinch runner, or a pinch hitter, excuse me, for Ball State. Looks like Jessica Hoffman, a pitcher, is up to bat right now.
Hoffman batting in the spot of Katie Vandermark, the 3rd baseman, struck out in the 2nd inning. Hoffman, a lefty, will face Longsdorf. Takes pitch 1 as a strike.
Hoffman doesn't have too many ABs at all, so really interesting strategy from Coach Pena. I'm curious the thought process.
0-1 count, Longsdorf delivers. Smack deep into right center. Oh, what a grab from Reagan to Williger, and that is 4 straight hits flown into center field and all caught and counted as outs by Reagan to Williger.
It looked like Jessica Hoffman would have been the perfect call for Genevieve Longsdorff, but once again, Reagan Terwilliger has been a star for the Bulls all season, but especially today.
Ashley Lovett now at the dish. Grounded out in the 2nd inning. Pitch 1, taken low. Talk about Reagan Terwilliger. The fans for sure thought that one was down into the wall. They need some life. Like I said, Ball State has yet to score since the since the 1st inning. Lovett. Pitch 2 smacked back into the protective netting. 1-1 count on the center fielder.
The Cardinals need life, and that's for sure, but they're at a pretty good spot in the lineup with Ashley Lovett being at the spot right now. Maya Peterzak will bring the Cardinals lineup around for the 4th or 5th time at this point. And then Michaela Timmons is standing at the top of the dugout.
Ball smacked down the right field line in foul territory, out of reach of Miranda Zip.
Just a few feet away from that camera once again.
Targeting the ESPN crew here today. Ball State thankful that ball was not flown into center field, or else it would have been most likely another grab by Terwilliger. 1-2 on Lovett. Longsdorff still in the circle. Fires. Smacked by Lovett to the 2nd baseman. Van Heist, she throws, got it. And, out number 2. And it's 2 up, 2 down for the Cardinals. A 4-3 for the 2nd out. Maya Peterzak now at the dish, has not batted since the 3rd inning when she flew out to Zip. 2 gone now here in the top of the 5th. Bottom of the 5th.
It should be noted, Sam, that Brinkley Kita is starting to stretch and get warm in the bullpen.
A bunt is down with 2 outs, but a foul ball off the plate for Maya Peterzak. That's an interesting strategy, especially with 2 outs.
Looks like she got the top of the ball, causing that backspin, able to make it tail backwards towards the plate, but little too much for it to be a fair ball. 0-1 now for the shortstop.
Peterzak 0 for 2 today. Has been the first out of each time she's batted. Won't be the case this time. She bloops one into right field, and that's gonna fall. Peterzak sends it in between Zip and Terwilliger, and the Cardinals have life in the 5th inning.
Almost looked like Terwilliger was gonna corral that one in too. Diving attempt, but unable to bring it home. Even through that, we saw how fast she is and how lanky she is to be able to track it down and extend as far as she could, but not enough.
Michaela Timmons now at the dish.
It's exactly who you want at the plate right now.
0 for 1 today with a walk. Sends pitch 1 back as a foul ball. Walked in the 3rd inning. She's 1 for 1 with a walk. She had a double and a run in inning number 1. Started that rally, the only rally Ball State has really had. 2-out rallies is something people constantly chant. Let's see if Ball State can start one here after giving up 5 in the last 2 innings. Pitch 3, sent outside.
Timmons has a few statistics that are not just best in the MAC, but some of the best in the nation. She's 20th in batting average, 8th in slugging, 4th in walks, but because of that, her on-base percentage is 2nd best in the nation, Sam.
Being at a mid-major and having that stat is quite an accomplishment when you think about it, considering how, with NIL and how vast collegiate athletics are these days.
If Michaela Timmons wanted to transfer, she could go to any school she wanted.
Ball smacked down the 3rd base line, fired by Smithson, and Timmons has beat it out. Smithson didn't get the throw off, and Peterzak advances 2 bags.
And that's exactly why Timmons could go anywhere she wants. Like I said, routine grounder down the 3rd base line, able to beat out. The call, at least it looks like, might be a little bit of discussion, and Peterzak smart enough to get to 3rd base. Runners now in the corners for the power hitter, Kara Gunter.
Kara Gunter, 1 for 2 today. Popped out in the 3rd inning. Double in the 1st. Looks like we have time called by the Buffalo coaching staff. Olivia Longsdorf, other than that first inning, no struggles until now. Looks like we have a 2-out rally going.
Similar to Coach Pena being a former pitcher, that's Chelsea Plimpton, who joined this coaching staff in June of 2024 and was a pitcher herself at Fordham. So one pitcher talks to another pitcher, a little bit of a meeting of the minds here inside the circle, and they're going to need it with Kara Gunter, power hitter, up. She already has an RBI today and a chance to put another one home when Ball State really needs it to stay alive in this contest.
Yeah, Longsdorf has gone 4 2/3 today already, only 2 earned runs. And it was early on, took her a little bit to get started, maybe chillier day, trying to get that body movement, get the blood flowing. But since then, she's been, like you like to say, lights out. But now Gunter is at the dish. The center fielder takes ball 1, and Timmons has stolen second base.
Gunter showed bunt on 2 outs, but didn't really need to, pulled it back. It was just to attract the catcher as Timmons stole second. That's another swiped bag for the catcher.
0-1 count to Gunter. 2 ducks are now on the pond. Big spot for Ball State. Gunter smacks it in the gap, backhanded by Thalen, and it's not in time, and Gunter has driven in Maya Peterzak. Great backhand by Thalen, but it was not in time for the speedy Gunter.
And as we said before, Gunter does a great job of putting the ball in play when she needs it most. It was smart by Timmons to stay on second, but Gunter able to beat out the throw, and Peterzak comes home.
Whitney now still pitching so far. Takes pitch 1 as a ball. Whitney 1 for 2 today. Popped out and has a double in that first inning. A lot of these top of the order players, a couple doubles in that first inning. Takes ball 2 high and away, 2-0 to the pitcher. Ball State has cut the lead to 2 now, 5-3 in game 1 of this Cardinal Bowl doubleheader.
And on a 2-0 count, Lauk calls time and approaches her pitcher Longsdorf, who coming into today has struggled a little bit. 3-11 record with almost a 6.0 ERA, but today she's done a really nice job, and Lauk trying to keep it that way.
Whitney represents the go-ahead run for the Cardinals here in this bottom of the 5th. 2 more innings after this as softball plays 7. The pitch down the middle takes a strike. 2-1 count to the pitcher.
With 2 outs and wind being a factor, as good as an impact that makes, Whitney is a great hitter in her own right and has a few home runs this year. It's not out of play for her to go yard.
Takes pitch number 4 as ball 3 outside, 3-1, very favorable count. A walk here would load the bases.
This is where Longsdorf struggled at the beginning of the game in 3-1, 3-2, even 3-0 counts. It's when the Cardinals were able to start stacking runs up.
Mulholland on deck, the second baseman. 0 for 2 today. The pitch, smacked foul, 3-2 count now. Whitney fires it back. In the lineup today as the designated player. Trying to relish some of the good luck they had from that first inning where they went double, double, double. 3 of them in a row and brought home 2 runs. The 3-2. And it's low, and the bases are loaded. Longsdorf hits the dirt, and the bases are loaded. McKenna Mulholland now at the dish, 0 for 2, but can come through in a huge way for the Cardinals.
Said it before earlier in her last at-bat, but McKenna Mulholland had a grand slam against Toledo. Could have her second one on the year as we see a pinch runner come in. Looks like Peyton Fox will come in for the left fielder, Kara Gunter.
Mulholland has...
With the wind, it's difficult to check notes, but Peyton Fox has 35 appearances this year, 12 for 12 on stolen bases, so the speed factor is there. Crossed the plate safe 18 times, but just 2 at-bats on the year. Pure pinch runner statistics.
Mulholland, pitch 1. Takes it down the middle, strike 1 on the second baseman. Dylan, I came up with some one-word descriptors for some of these athletes, and for McKenna Mulholland, I had Ironman or workhorse, and you can tell she plays lots of games, she stays in them, and she just works. Something you really want from one of your premier infielders.
It's the athlete mentality, the love of the grind and the love of the process, and even us in SportsLink, it's something that we're embracing next year. Just falling in love with the process is something like McKenna Mulholland has done very well.
The 0-2, high and wide. Good eye from the second baseman. That's right. Our director, Chris Taylor, likes to quote Ball State baseball coach, Rich Maloney, in his Chop Wood Carry Water book, all about falling in love with the process. The 1-2, Mulholland stands in with the bases loaded and 2 outs. The pitch, inside, called strike 3. Olivia Longsdorff ends the Cardinals' chances in the 5th inning. The Cardinals get 1, but still remain down 2. You're listening to SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
From Trivia Night at Brothers and Tater Tots at Roots.
Never miss a Ball State game with SportsLink Digital.
Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundering, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesuites.hamptonin.com. At munciesuites.hamptonin.com.
Welcome back to the Ball State Softball Complex. And folks, we have a new pitcher for the Cardinals. Dylan, who do we got in this circle now?
This is Brianna Severino. We made the mistake earlier in the game thinking she would get the start. Here she is in relief. There's a chance she comes in for game 2 as the starter, but Severino as a freshman has had an immediate impact on this team and done a great job right from the get-go. So far through the year, her ERA is 4.5, a record of 7-5. 85 innings pitched, a lot of time for her, one of the top numbers in the MAC, even as the number 2 pitcher for Ball State. 46 strikeouts, 43 walks, opponent batting average of .321. So the kid from Kansas can shove.
Yeah, Whitney ends her day. 4 hits, 5 earned runs, 2 strikeouts, no walks. Pitching total of 5 innings. We got top 6. And now at the dish we got Lily Locke with Bree Severino pitching to her. First pitch of her day, number 3 in the circle. It's away. Little outside. Locke takes ball number 1. Locke is 0 for 1 with a fielder's choice in inning number 4. Struck out on a full count in inning number 2. My mistake, folks. We have Evelyn Van Heist at the dish in inning number 6 here. She is 1 for 2 with a single last time up. 1-1. Takes ball high.
500 on the day for her so far, but averaging 167. So not doing too hot coming into today, but right now with her stat line, she's done a pretty nice job for herself.
Van Heist steps in, ready for the 2-1. Smacks it down the right field line, but foul. 2-2 count now. You can hear the wind. It's really starting to blow. The half-staff American flag in center field. is whipping toward the Ball State softball field to Shebeck Stadium. Half-mast, of course, because recent passing of Pope Francis. All flags in the United States are at half-staff. Can still tell the win, though. The 2-2 taken high. 3-2 count.
Am I correct that it's 30 days of a flag half-mast? That sounds about right.
Sounds about right. I think that's usually how those orders work.
Yeah, when former President Jimmy Carter passed away, I believe it was 30.
Ball slapped foul. Van Heist stays alive. Old Glory still whipping. Muncie can get quite windy here, especially during the spring for folks who have never visited the East Indiana town. Lots of open areas.
Certainly. The two of us are used to it being from Chicago, but no different here in Muncie.
3-2, swung on and missed. Down she goes. Bree Severino has strikeout number 1 on the day. 1 away here in the top of the 6th.
1 batter, 1 strikeout. Perfect game through 1 at-bat through Severino. Nice job from her. On pace to have all sorts of strikeouts.
That's right. Now at the dish, we have Ardeen Hopf, the left fielder. 0 for 1 with a walk in the 4th. Takes strike 1 from Bree Severino.
Have to be a little optimistic. So at this pace, Severino on pace to have 6 at-bats, 6 strikeouts.
Pitch number 2 smacked down the right field line. Grabbed by Vandermark and thrown out to Gibson. 2 away, 2 up, 2 down for Bree Severino.
No strikeout from Severino there, but good enough to get out number 2. Great showing from the freshman so far. But it'll be interesting to see what happens for her in game 2. Does she start? Does she come in for relief now? The question remains to be seen.
If she can get done here quickly like she has, 2 up, 2 down, there's a good chance she starts game 2. Phelan smacks one foul behind the plate here.
It'll probably be about a half hour between games, so it gives Severino a bit of rest as well. Some potentially much needed rest, depending on how many pitches she has through 2 innings.
Phelan 0 for 2 today. Oh, and she is hit by the pitch. Severino puts 1 on with 2 away here in the top of the 6th.
Someone being hit by pitch brings up something really interesting, Sam. Generally, we've seen Ball State be the team that's gotten hit by pitches. Coming into this season, the single season record for this program was 62. Coming into today, it's 72. So still counting, but
shattered records.
Yeah, shattered records. It's the first in the nation in that stat by 11.
Zip fouls a ball back. He's 1 for 2 on the day. Single in the 4th, strikeout in the 3rd.
But by bumps and bruises, there's been a lot of base runners here for Ball State. And Buffalo now doing the same.
Buffalo taking that to heart. Has yet to hit a batter today. On the on the defensive side, Zip sends another foul ball out of play here in Muncie. 0-2 count on the right fielder. Severino trying to make quick work of the Bulls here in inning number 6.
Brinkley Keita still warming up in the bullpen, Sam.
0-2 taken outside, 1-2. Zip stays alive. You know, you think about the last name Miranda Zip, you'd think she'd commit to Akron. Fellow Mac school, they are the Zips, but looks like she has found a home in Buffalo.
What I see with the last name Zip is I see someone with speed, able to zip and zap and go all over the place. She's 5 for 6 on stolen bases, so she certainly has it.
Smack to Peter Zach, flips it to Mulholland, and the Cardinals get out of it. No damage done. 5-3 remains the score. Cardinals down 2, and batting when we return. You're listening to SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundering, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesuites.hamptoninn.com. At munciesuites.hamptoninn.com.
You're listening to SportsLink Digital, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Your home for live Ball State sports.
We're back at the Ball State softball field as Zach Top rings over the field here. We have a 5-3 ball game between the Bulls and the Cardinals. Cardinals trying to make a late game comeback here after leading 2-0 for most of the first half of the ball game, but have gone cold since that first inning.
And here's a chance to get that rally going with Caitlin Gibson, someone that has had a little bit of struggle today, hasn't gotten on base if my memory serves, but chance to do it here as the leadoff hitter.
Caitlin Gibson now at the dish. 0 for 2 today, was part of that party who were lining out to Reagan Terwilliger in the 5th inning.
Affectionately dubbed Gibby. She has a pocket full of home runs this year. Would be nice to add one to her resume right now.
Smack to the third baseman, Smithson grabs, throws, and puts her out. Nagel, one away here in the top of the 6th. Bottom of the 6th, and the Cardinals are down to their last 5 outs.
Routine play from Smithson to Nagel. Nice job to get the throw and catch exchanged and get it in time.
Now at the dish, Aislinn Moore is pinch hitting for the right fielder, Maddie Weaver.
Aislinn Morris coming out to American Idiot by Green Day. Takes ball 1. Primarily an outfielder, Morris is.
Moore, 1-0. Pitch away, ball taken. That's a strike. 1-1 count now.
Starting to hear chants of Aussie, Aussie, Aussie.
Yep.
Oi, oi, oi from the Ball State dugout here.
This Aussie actually played baseball back in Australia. 1-1, swung on and missed. She played baseball in an all-men's league. Being a woman, she said, challenged her, but it also really prepared her for collegiate softball here in the United States.
Certainly. 18 appearances for Morris on the year, now making it 19.
1-2, ball out, and a 2-2 count.
And oftentimes those have come as a pinch runner for an outfielder like Gunter or Lovett, but certainly someone with speed, has the size as we see her towering over home plate. She calls time, but has all the measurables to be a really good softball player in this program, and as a freshman, she's got a lot of time to do so.
She's still a member of the Australian women's baseball national team and has been since 2019. Also played soccer as well as track and field. An athlete all around as she fires a foul ball near the Buffalo side of the field. 2-2 count, 1 away here. Cardinals down a pair of runs.
Big thud of metal. It sounds like it hit the Chirp Vision truck.
The 2-2. Longsdorf goes. And fouled back 2-2. Moore remains alive. Morris, like you said, kind of that utility player. Pitch from Longsdorf, 2-2, smacked foul again and out of play. She remains alive. Morris is from North Perth in Australia, which I believe is on the western side of the country.
That would be correct. Longsdorf, with 4 complete games coming into this series, she's got the opportunity to have her 5th one so far as a freshman. That even with a 3-11 record, that's pretty outstanding.
2-2. Swung on, hit to the shortstop Thalen, grabs, throws, put out again. Morris is retired. 2 gone here in the 6th inning.
Little stumble from Morris as she went to first, unable to gather her footing for a moment, but not in time to reach first.
What an at-bat that was from Morris, really making her work. Now at the dish, Katie Vandermark is back after having someone pinch hit for her in the 5th inning. First pitch swung on and missed. Vandermark struck out in the 2nd inning. That was her only appearance so far today at the dish. 2 gone here.
A lot of rock in the bottom of the 6th. We had American Idiot
indeed.
with Ashlyn Morris. We just heard Pour Some Sugar on Me by Def Leppard.
Got some vast walk-up songs here. Some people commonly joke like, what would be your walk-up song if you could be able to play the game at such a high level?
That's a great question. What would yours be, Sam?
Not sure. Probably some country. Ball taken inside, but that's a strike. 1-2 count on Katie Vandermark.
Caitlin Gibson uses it, but Ain't No Love in Oklahoma is probably a good suggestion.
Gotta love twisters. 1-2 now, 2 gone. Longsdorf fires it low, and Vandermark stays alive. 2-2 count. His last 2 at-bats have gone to at least 4 pitches, making Longsdorf work for this 3rd out and making her work more toward the end of this ball game.
I think Let's Go Crazy by Prince would be mine.
Smacked foul as Vandermark stays alive. Something I think is very underrated about this softball program here at Ball State is the amount of support from parents. Now, it is senior day after all, but you just look around, you see parents who are excited to see their kids playing collegiate sports.
Absolutely. It's a sea of red and black when we look to our left and right here, Sam. A lot of parents, a lot of fans out for a sport that sometimes struggles to generate those kind of numbers. Senior day being a big factor of that today, but a lot of fans out, and it's created a lot of added support, and it makes the team better.
Indeed it does.
It's been a bit of an attendance issue in recent years with Ball State, especially at Worthen Arena, but when we see fans in there, we see the effect it has on the players.
Ball smacked foul. This will be at least a 7-pitch at bat. Vandermark making Longsdorf work for this. 2-2, 2 away. Nobody on, and a 2-run ball game. Longsdorf steps in, stares at her catcher, fires away. Ball's cut on and caught on the foul tip. 3 up, 3 down for the Cardinals. That ends the 6th inning. When we return, we have 3 outs for each team and a 2-run ball game. You're listening to SportsLink Digital Radio presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, pay-per-go toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
Ranked number 2 in the nation for sports media by the Broadcast Education Association.
This is Ball State Sports Link.
Welcome back to sunny and windy Muncie, Indiana. we got a good one in store for you here to end off game number 1 of the doubleheader. Bulls 5, Cardinals 3. As we start the top of the 7th inning here, 3 outs remaining for the Cardinals and their chances. At the dish now for the Bulls, the leadoff, number 22, Emily Gorman, designated player today, is 0 for 3. Not something you see at one of the better players on this Bull offense. The first pitch in the dirt, taken for a ball.
At this point right now for the Cardinals, it's about damage control, limiting the amount of runs that Buffalo can have here. The worst thing that could happen for Ball State is that Buffalo breaks away and you're faced with 3 outs left and down 4 or 5 runs.
Pitch number 2 is a ball as well, 2-0 count. Just like to mention, Severino comes in for her 2nd inning of action after taking over for Ella Whitney, who started the ball game and went 5. 2-0 pitch. Ball taken outside, 3-0 count. Gorman has worked herself into a favorable position here, trying to get on for the first time today.
Due up for the Cardinals in the bottom of the 7th will be Ashley Lovett, Maya Peterzak, and Michaela Timmons.
Top of the order there after 1 as Gorman takes a walk and hurries down to first base. Leadoff walk. And now Reagan Terwilliger, who had a triple last at bat in the 5th at the dish. 2 for 3 on the day, looking for her 3rd hit.
In that record-setting game that Buffalo had against Toledo, Terwilliger scored 5 runs, and it's a program record for her.
Only got 40% of those today as she takes strike 1. Tried to do a little run up on the ball. Severino wasn't having any of that.
With a runner on base, it looks like it might be time for a slap hit from Terwilliger. This time we don't see a crazy shift from Weaver.
The 0-1 with Terwilliger on first. She shows bunt in the dirt, goes Timmons, the throw down, not in time. Emily Gorman has a stolen base, and there's a runner in scoring position. 1-1 count, Timmons, that ball was in the dirt, didn't really have enough time to get to it as Emily Gorman shows off her speed, getting on for the first time today.
We've mentioned Terwilliger countless times, but there's a reason Gorman is in that leadoff spot. She's got wheels herself.
Smacked, but foul. Goes off out of the complex here. 1-2 count on Reagan Terwilliger. Putting a nice bat on the ball here today. Scored twice, 2 for 3. The 1-2, Severino shakes out her hand, maybe dealing with some cold. The pitch, 1-2, smacked foul again, hits the protective netting, and she stays alive.
Our SID, Mr. Brad Caudle, just made an announcement that said if all fans could please return the softballs that have gone foul, and that one is clumped in the dirt. Someone picked it up, gonna return it back to the Vol State dugout.
Not cheap. Softballs are not cheap. The 1-2, Severino deals high and in, and Terwilliger forces a 2-2 count.
After the Toledo series, I got the chance to listen to what Helen Pena said to her squad, and she said that this team finds ways to win games. It'll be interesting to see if they can do it today.
Definitely going to implement some of those as Terwilliger fires another foul ball, this time down the left field line as the wind begins to pick up here even more. It's like we got some trash blowing on, got some streamers for senior day blowing in the wind. Our notebooks are going everywhere. The 2-2 is hit into the left field, into the left side protective netting again. 2-2 count, nobody gone, and Gorman in scoring position.
I gotta say, with the shade and the wind, Sam, it has gotten significantly colder.
Indeed it has.
In our makeshift broadcast booth.
The 2-2 from Severino is hit again, back to a similar spot, fouled away, making Severino work in this second at-bat, her 6th total. Again, Buffalo up 2, 5-3 late here in the 7th inning. Gloved by Severino. Does a fake, throws it to Gibson. She gloved that line drive. Did a fake throw to keep Gorman at bay, and we have one gone here in the 7th inning.
As a freshman, that's a high IQ play from the Kansas kid. Nice stuff from Severino. Buffalo can hang their heads on the fact that that was a long at-bat, though. I want to say there were 8 pitches in that count, but that's going to tire Severino out if she gets the start next game, and we see her in the 6th, the 7th, and our game 2.
Abby Nagel now at the dish. First baseman from New York. Averill Park native. Hit .279 last year, playing in 48 games. Started pretty much every game. We go back to that Iron Man word I used earlier. This would be another one. Played in every game last year. The 1-0. Severino sets and deals. Taken low, ball 2. 2-0 count to number 13.
Nagel's .365 batting average is second on this team, and she's done so in playing every single game, 42 of 42. Gorman leads at .432, but has only played 33 games.
And actually looking at my stats again as Nagel swings and misses 2-1 count. She did not miss a game her freshman year. Nagel has not missed a single U-Buffalo softball game in all her time playing for the program. Started 50 games and all of them. Freshman year, as this one's lifted into left field, Gunter goes back at the warning track and is caught. 2 gone here. Just to finish that, Nagel had not missed 50 games that year, 48 last year, and now this year.
She leads in multiple batting categories like hits, doubles, slugging percentage, home runs, and extra base hits as a whole.
Rare to see an out there. She's the second out of the inning, which brings up Isabella Smithson to the dish, the third baseman. 0 for 1 today with 2 fielders' choices. The pitch inside, taken for ball 1. Buffalo has a chance. Got a runner on second, trying to put more pressure on the Cardinals. You know, you're up 2, that's decent run support, but I'm sure Olivia Longsdorf would love some extra run support here.
And if you're head coach Mike Reichel, at this point, you can't take your foot off the gas. You have a runner in scoring position, and your cleanup batter's at the plate. If you want a chance to win against a really good Cardinals team, you got to keep that number getting higher and higher.
The 1-1. Severino sets and deals. Taken high, 2-1 count. Looks like we got some timeout from the umpire. Got some sand in his eyes. It's a windy day here, probably a common occurrence down on the field for a lot of the players and staff and officials. 2-1 count, 2 gone here, top 7. Severino deals, fires ball, smacked into center field. In comes Lovett, out of the reach of Maya Peterzak. In comes Gorman, and she scores. Buffalo 6, Ball State 3. What a sequence as Smithson reaches on a double.
All gas, no break for head coach Reichel. Again, similar situation with a runner in scoring position. This time you're up 6-3. Now you can make it 7-3.
Now Locke at the dish. 0 for 2 today. Ball out. No, now called a strike. 0-1 count. We talked about a run support. That is exactly what the Bulls needed right there. 6-3 now have gone up a whole have doubled the Cardinals' runs as the wind has changed directions here in Muncie. The 0-1 in the dirt, 1-1 count. Walks someone who has already scored today. As a runner in scoring position in a pivotal first game of this series. 1-1, taken outside, called strike 2. 1-2 count. Severino trying to get out of it. 1-2 count with 2 gone here. Isabella Smithson remains on second base after her RBI double. 1-2 count. Ball out, and we go to a 2-2 count.
Good frame from Timmons, but it was clear Severino was trying to do a little bit of pitch tunneling there, seeing just how far she can extend that strike zone farther and farther and farther out, this time a little too far.
2-2 count. Cannot afford any more runs with 3 outs to go for the Cardinals. Severino deals, swung on, fouled back. Out of reach of the Cardinals as it hits the protective netting. This wind in the outfield seems to keep changing directions. We had it blown in to start the game. Now it's solely out to right center field toward that MAC championship emblem on the outfield wall. The 2-2 pitch low and in the dirt. No run from Smithson, but we have a full count here. A walk is something the Cardinals can't afford.
And this is a pitch that Bree Severino is going to remember for the rest of the year. 3-2 count, chance to put it away, runner in scoring position on a potential comeback necessary. How does this happen?
The 3-2. Swung on, cut, out of play. Another foul ball, something the Bulls have been spectacular at in the second half of this game.
And
really making contact.
And this is where the mental side comes in for an athlete. If you're Severino, this is the at-bat that you're going to think about late tonight. If you chose the right pitch, if you put it in the right spot, if you could have played it better or worse.
3-2. Swung on, chopped in front of Michaela Timmons, but it's foul. Off of Luck herself, I believe. Maybe off the foot or off the plate. As those foul lines get harder and harder to see behind home plate. It's a pretty dry day, dusty, and the chalk lines have since disappeared. 3-2 count. Severino sets her feet in the circle and delivers. Ball high, and Luck draws the walk. What a piece of hitting from the Buffalo catcher.
Now we see Evelyn Van Heist come up, averaging 167, just 7 RBIs on the year, 1 extra base hit on 84 total at-bats. So not done a great job of bringing runners home so far on the year, but certainly a chance to do that here.
And Heist takes takes strike 1 on the outside corner. Good start to Severino for this at-bat. As you said, maybe we see a unlikely event, someone who struggled to really bring runners home in a time where they need to.
Would be a perfect opportunity to flip that narrative.
0-1, smacked foul, out of play again. 0-2 count, good start for Severino. I think the goal here for Bree Severino and the Cardinals is to not lose the momentum in this at-bat. 0-2, trying to get out of an inning, you really should end it here.
Certainly. And one of the good things about this Cardinal squad is even that they're down 6-3, they're having a lot of fun. Every time we see Michaela Timmons turn around, she's been smiling.
0-2 taken outside, ball 1 of the at-bat.
But this team is very supportive of each other. They have a lot of fun together. At the top of this inning, we saw Timmons give a friendly little wave to McKenna Mulholland, and then the same to Maddie Weaver in right field. With such chemistry, it makes them better because they want to play for each other, too.
1-2. Hit up and foul over the booth here at the softball stadium, as the umpire will gather some extra softballs. As we see another public service announcement about the returning of the foul balls. You talked about the chemistry between this team. Yeah, having fun is a huge part of sports. That's why a lot of these people play the sports they play. And it's cool to see it, even at the D1 level in such a prestigious program as Ball State. As the 2-2 is delivered in a little fake there from Timmons back to first base. But Lily Locke gets back just in time. 2-2 count now with 2 away. Lots of 2s on this scoreboard in the top of the 7th here. Buffalo Bulls have already put up 1. The 2-2. Swung on, flown out to shallow right field. Over comes Weaver, and she makes the grab. That ends the inning, and the Cardinals get out of it with only 1. They have 3 outs to go and 3 runs to get back if they want to tie it. When we return, bottom 7. You're listening to SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, pay-per-go toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
SportsLink is the official production partner of Ball State Athletics.
All the chirp you can handle.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got one half of an inning left. Cardinals have 3 outs left to go, and we have a new pitcher in the circle, Dylan, right?
We do. That is Olivia Russ, the sophomore from the state of New York. No time last year, but this year 6-11 with 6 complete games, 4.85 ERA, a little bit better than the aforementioned Genevieve Longsdorff. 105 innings pitched, 66 strikeouts to 41 walks. Pretty good K to BB ratio. Opponent batting average of 289, coming in as the closer in a sense on a game where she might start game 2.
Longsdorff goes 6 innings, and we're underway here in the bottom of the 7 with Ashley Lovett at the dish. Takes ball 1 low, and a good start for the Cardinals as their number 9 hitter bats before the top of the order. The 1-0, smacked right back at Rush. She grabs it, throws it 1 away. The 1-3 gets the Bulls 2 outs closer to a Game 1 victory.
We saw at the very first at-bat, Ella Whitney got a ball right back to her, and she was able to get some PFP. Olivia Russ on her first at-bat gets the same.
Maya Peterzak now at the dish. As a single. 1 for 3 with a single. Ball 1 taken outside, 1-0 count.
We're back to the top of the order, which means Peterzak is up now, but that means Michaela Timmons is in the on-deck circle, and we can talk all day long about how dangerous she is as a batter.
Represents the second tying run. Pitch number 2 taken on the inside corner, 1-1 count on Maya Peterzak.
Due up will be Timmons, Gunter, and after that is the designated player Ella Whitney after an unsuccessful pitching day.
Cardinals have been held to 3 runs today. Swung on by Peterzak. High in the air, second baseman comes over. Van Heist makes the grab for the second out of the inning, and the Bulls are 2 outs away from securing a Game 1 victory. Michaela Timmons stands in their way, though. 6-3 now, 2 outs here in bottom 7. Olivia Russ on the mound and Michaela Timmons at the plate. Pitch number 1 on its way. Ball smacked to the third baseman, Smithson. She grabs, throws, it's out! The Bulls get a Game 1 victory, 6-3, as Michaela Timmons grounds out to the third baseman. 6-3 your final. Buffalo, a pivotal Game 1 victory.
If you want to talk about a must-win game, it was exactly that. At the beginning of this broadcast, we talked about all the hypotheticals of how Buffalo can make the playoffs, and the first thing I said is that Buffalo needs to win out. That hope is still alive for playoff contention. Game 2 will start at 3:50, we just heard from Brad Cottle, so a little bit of time between games, and we're going to take a little bit of a break as well, Sam.
We will indeed, but just to wrap up here, things here today, Cardinals started off hot with 2 in the first inning, and then the Bulls came alive. They got 4 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th, and 1 in the 7th as some run support. We will take a break now, between now and game number 2. Your final here in Game 1, 6 for Buffalo Bulls, 3 for the Ball State Cardinals. You're listening to SportsLink Digital Radio. On behalf of Sam Klug and my partner Dylan Budd, we will see you in game number 2.
From the bell tower to your smartphone, anywhere in the world.
Never miss Ball State Sports with SportsLink Digital.
This has been a production of SportsLink Digital Radio.